Welcome back to Ridgehaven Homestead. I'm Lori, and today's Dollar Tree haul for stocking up was less than $25, so let's check out what we got. Welcome to Ridgehaven Homestead. From the mountains of Upper East Tennessee, we share snippets of our off-grid life, cabin build, and garden blessings. Pour yourself a cup of tea, sit back, and take a peek into our off-grid home and family. What did I find for less than $25 in this week's Dollar Tree haul? Let's check it out. Welcome back to Ridgehaven Homestead. I'm Lori, and welcome to our off-grid life. Today is Tuesday, and we are doing another Dollar Tree haul. This week, I spent less than $25, and I went to a different Dollar Tree, so it shook it up a little bit. Not exactly the same things that I usually get, but there's a lot of familiar things as well. But before we dive into the haul, I just wanted to answer a question that I've been asked before, and why even focus on prepping and stocking up when, we all have so much overconsumption that weighs us down. Why do we stock up, and why keep doing shopping hauls when there are so many other important things in life? And I will admit that there are plenty of heavy things going on in life, but in our family, with our friends, with lots of different people. But I really just think it's important to keep little bit by little bit, keeping our supplies stocked, because when Hurricane Helene hit in this area, people were not expecting it to be anything severe. You never know when a disaster is going to occur, whether it's a natural disaster, just a power outage, or like a hurricane. We had Hurricane Helene hit, and some people simply lost power, some people lost everything, and some people were flooded. So we can easily say, well, our preparations don't really help us because they can get flooded, they can blow away, our house can fall down on top of them. But I just really think it's still important to be prepared and stock up our stuff, because we never know what might come along, and we want to just have things that we can use in a pinch, whether to eat or just have our emergency supplies. So that's why I do frequent Dollar Tree hauls and kind of try to hit the bargain stores to see what we can find. Let's dive into our haul. Okay, it's a little bit of a random haul, and most of my shopping hauls are a little bit that way because I just like to see what the store has that week. You don't always know what you're going to find at the Dollar Tree, and so, yeah, it's always a surprise. So the first thing I got was parchment paper. Now, why is that included in Pantry stock up, in general stock up? That's because it's a pretty decent price. It's 20 square feet of parchment paper, and it's for $1.25. And I have been using parchment paper quite a bit more than usual, because in my baking I've discovered that this is a really handy thing. You don't have to clean up as much. So $1.25, I want to use it. I want to keep it on the shelf, and my guys have really been appreciating me baking more cookies. So yeah, $1.25 parchment paper. Okay, one more thing that I grabbed was this pack of toothbrushes. This is a 4-pack, nothing special, nothing fancy at all, but 4 toothbrushes for $1.25, and then everybody gets a color, and you can keep them straight. Sometimes we just have a problem with toothbrushes getting either used up or they just get lost. And I always like to keep several toothbrushes on hand. I think I learned that from my mom. Just good to have in a pinch, and if somebody comes over, then you can offer them a clean, fresh toothbrush. And these are the soft ones. I did get some at around Christmas time, and they were so hard that I really prefer these soft ones. Okay, thinking about preparation and being prepared for emergencies, I like to look at the Dollar Tree for matches. They do not always have matches at the Dollar Tree that I go to, and the last several times they have not had the big boxes. Sometimes they have little individual boxes, which I also like, but this is 300 matches of the Diamond brand, and they're large kitchen matches, and so I got 2 boxes because you never know when they're going to have them again. And I like to keep those. We have gas that we use for our oven and for our stove, and so we're always having to light it. And then, we also heat with wood, and so we like to keep the little flicking lighters, the long lighters, But if we run out of lighter fluid in those, then it's just nice to have matches for a backup. It's also a good thing to keep in your car if you need it. You just start a fire somewhere. Okay, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a debate, and I got a little bit of flack last week for when I said I lowered myself to buy olives at the Dollar Tree. I really didn't mean it like it sounded. It sounded like I was some snooty person who couldn't lower herself to shop at the Dollar Tree, but obviously I do. And so what I meant that I poorly conveyed was, it was a hard thing for me to break down and buy olives for $1.25 a can, because with the price of inflation, the price of everything going up, it is just more painful to buy things that aren't really like necessary items. And let's face it, olives we love, but they're a little bit of a luxury item. So I'm kind of used to pre-COVID paying 88 cents a can for olives, and I never even thought about like buying 6 cans at once. And so now that the prices are creeping up and up and up, I have to really think twice about it. And I went for actually a couple of years and I really didn't buy any olives at all. And so it's only recently that I've said, okay, I'll get them at the Dollar Tree. They're not $1 like they used to be, $1.25. I did get 2 to keep on my shelf, but we dole them out a lot more sparingly than we used to in the past. And I even slipped in a jar of green olives. So this is 8.1 ounces with the liquid included. The drained weight is 5 ounces, and the black olives, the drained weight is 6 ounces. So I like to make an olive salad sometimes, or just put them on pizza when we make pizza. And so it's good to have olives in our pantry, even though they're a little bit more expensive. Okay, another thing that I do not always get at the Dollar Tree is I grabbed a bag of lentils. Now, the Dollar Tree does have lots of kinds of beans. They have kidney beans, black beans, lentils, sometimes pinto beans, and occasionally they will have like a white bean. And I usually skip the beans, but I really had a hankering for lentils. And so I did grab 1 bag of lentils. But this is not my preferred place to stock up on lentils and beans, because they no longer carry a full pound of beans for $1.25. Now it's 12 ounces. The ounces from 16 down to 12 is, you just have to think about how much you want it. Since I didn't want to go make another stop at the grocery store, I went ahead and grabbed these, and I will be making some lentil soup this week. But look around, always check prices, because the Dollar Tree can be a great place for getting bargains on some things, but not everything. Some things you'll find cheaper elsewhere. Okay, the next thing that I got was organic coconut flour, and this is half a pound. So $1.25 for half a pound of coconut flour. I plan to use this for several different things. I'm going to be trying a little bit of baking, and so this is more of a keto-friendly flour. It's not from a grain, so it's actually from a nut, which is the coconut. So I kind of wanted to play around with it and see what I could do with it. And you can make lots of different things from coconut flour, like cookies and biscuits. I have tried those things, but I'd like to play a little bit more around with it. And so I figured at $1.25, it's not a huge investment. So coconut flour. Thinking about coconut milk on that same theme, I grabbed 1 of these small jars of coconut oil. This is actually refined coconut oil, and so I like to use this. I have been using coconut oil quite a bit for a moisturizer on my skin. As the winter months just keep trudging along, my skin has gotten so dry, and so I did grab this. Now you can use this for lots of different things. You can use it for frying food. It has a low smoke point, so you can go with higher temperatures and it won't smoke. So we like to use coconut oil in lots of different things. And so 7.25 fluid ounces on this one. It's not a really big thing, but only $1.25. You can actually put a wick in here in a pinch, and you can use it for a candle if you want to. It's not a bad thing. It can add calories to your diet. We'd like to add it to rice and things like that. But this one is going by my bedside, and I'm going to use it on my face, on my hands, and on my skin, and on my super itchy back, because it really does seem to help. Another thing that I got in the grocery aisle was this pretty large jar of minced garlic. This is 8 ounces, and I did notice that when I brought it home that I can smell garlic. So this has been leaking a little bit, and I don't know if I dropped this in my car or if it was already leaking. So I'm not sure that I can trust this, but so always trust to make sure that it has a good seal and that it doesn't look funny. Yeah, this is probably going to be a loss for me just because I'm not really sure that I can trust it. But it is a really good deal for the minced garlic. Okay, one more thing that is really good to get at the Dollar Tree is their pasta. This is lasagna, and this is actually 12 ounces of lasagna noodles. Generally, when you make lasagna, you just use the box. They also have larger packages of different types of pasta, and they actually are like 20 ounces instead of 16 ounces, so you save a little bit more. Where they jip you on the beans, they give you more on the pasta, so just keep it all in mind. And it's a pretty decent deal on pasta. And in light of the pasta, I looked at the pasta sauce. They had some in cans, which were the smaller cans, not the 15 ounce cans, but like a 20 some ounce can. It's a little bit bigger than this. And it was $1.25. They had traditional and like garlic and herb. And because they had sugar in them, I skipped them. I was thinking about getting them, but instead I got these cans of Muir Glen organic tomatoes with basil. So this is crushed tomatoes, and it has organic tomato puree, organic tomatoes, citric acid, sea salt, and basil. And so I can just add a little bit of olive oil, a little bit more seasonings perhaps, and this will be wonderful for pasta. So it also has a little bit more texture to it. So I got 2 of these to use on our pasta or whatever else, but since it had the basil in it, I thought it would be really nice with the pasta. Okay, what else did we find? In the grocery aisle, we found pineapple tidbits, and the price of everything is going up so much. So $1.25 for a can of pineapple. Back not too long ago, I probably would not have bought it at this price, but now I'm seeing the prices at other places. Even pineapple is like even close to $1.50 a can. So I got 1 can of pineapple tidbits. I like to keep these on stock in case I need to make like a Hawaiian rice, or there's lots of like desserts you can use pineapple tidbits for, but I do like to use coconut milk and pineapple, maybe some shredded coconut, and add it to rice to make kind of a tropical rice pudding. It's really pretty good. The next item I got is just general household preparation. I always like to keep hydrogen peroxide in our medicine cabinet and actually in our cleaning cabinet too, because I think I use peroxide more for cleaning and disinfecting than I even do for like first aid, but it's something good to have. It's the best thing that I have ever found for taking out blood and fabrics, and so just something to keep in mind. Your hydrogen peroxide can clean your sink. It can be used in the laundry in lots of different places. It will bleach your clothing, so you have to rinse it out, but I like to keep this on hand. Okay, one more thing that I got, and I think this is the finale that I got this time, is I grabbed 2 of these sparkling ciders. Today is actually our anniversary. Happy anniversary to us, 24 years, and this is apple mango, like a sparkling cider. It's non-alcoholic. It makes you feel kind of special when you have a little celebration. We like these. I think we decided that we like the apple mango the best. They also have apple grape, and they have apple pear, and maybe apple cranberry. But the mango we like the best, and it just adds a little bit of fanciness to our dinner or our date night, so that'll be fun. Well guys, that is my haul for this week. I hope that you guys are finding new things to add to your stashes all the time as well. Just keep doing a little bit, and a little bit, and pretty soon you'll have a well-stocked pantry. You'll have some emergency supplies set aside, and you'll find that you feel some peace at being prepared for whatever comes. So until next time, I wish you well, be safe, stay well, and may God bless you.